Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. It's a double-edged sword being a popular soap couple. On one hand, yay, you're popular. On the other, oh, fans are gonna freak anytime there's even a whiff of trouble in the relationship. But trouble is the name of the game in daytime, and thank goodness, some is headed for the young and the restless Mariah and Tessa. No, we don't mean Tessa and daughter Aria's kidnapping. That's obviously just a last gasp in the endless Ian's reign of terror saga. Notable mostly for the villain's ability to sneak around and plot endlessly without needing the frequent naps that my dad would most certainly be taking. We mean the aftermath. Once the dust settles and the couple gets back to their ordinary day-to-day, they are likely to discover that, there is no longer anything ordinary about their day-to-day. Despite having been introduced as hella streetwise, Tessa let herself be suckered by Ian. She's someone so cunning and cutthroat that she once made $250,000 by threatening to reveal Sharon, Nikki, Phyllis, and Victoria's part in JT's death. Yeah, Tessa put her own girlfriend's mother's head on the chopping block. Yet somehow this shrewd hustler was played by Ian. It wasn't even like taking candy from a baby for him. It was like the baby offered him the candy. Here, Laura Palmer's dad. Maria was angry at first, and she'll be angrier now that Tessa's gullibility put Aria in danger. As the couple's passive-aggressive coexistence becomes ever more aggressive-aggressive, we may be looking at not only a breakup but a custody fight. Obviously, the split doesn't have to be permanent. How many couples on the show have called it quits, only to start up again? But it will serve as a much-needed twist in a relationship that has grown staler than week-old saltines. In the intricate world of soap operas, few storylines have the power to both thrill and devastate fans like those that involve kidnapping, betrayal, and the heartbreak that follows. Such is the case with Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter, two beloved characters on The Young and the Restless, whose relationship is currently facing a tumultuous storm. The recent kidnapping drama has sent shockwaves through their world, and now, fans are questioning whether this could be the catalyst for a major breakup. For those who may be less familiar with the show, Mariah and Tessa have been a fan-favorite couple for quite some time. Their journey as a couple has been full of ups and downs, but their love for each other always seemed to triumph. That was until the recent kidnapping storyline, which has thrown everything into disarray. The intensity of the situation has tested their relationship in ways they never imagined, and the cracks that have started to show in their bond may signal the end of their once solid partnership. The drama started when Tessa was unexpectedly kidnapped. The tension began to rise as Mariah and her loved ones desperately tried to track her down. The storyline brought forth the darker, more dangerous aspects of Genoa City, and the characters found themselves caught in a high-stakes situation that pushed their emotions to the limit. For Mariah, the situation was particularly harrowing, as she found herself racing against time, trying to find and rescue her partner. During the ordeal, Tessa's life was hanging in the balance. The fear of losing her was palpable, and it forced Mariah to confront some uncomfortable truths about her relationship. When Tessa was finally rescued, the relief was short-lived. Despite the emotional roller coaster that had just transpired, the couple was far from returning to their usual loving selves. The kidnapping had unearthed deep-seated issues that neither of them were prepared to face. Kidnapping storylines in soap operas often serve as a test of strength for characters and their relationships. It's an opportunity to explore not just physical survival, but also emotional endurance. For Mariah and Tessa, the aftermath of the kidnapping has been anything but smooth sailing. Both women have dealt with the trauma in different ways, and their inability to communicate effectively has led to rising tensions between them. Mariah, who has always been the more emotionally driven of the two, found herself drowning in guilt and fear during the ordeal. The idea that she couldn't protect Tessa weighed heavily on her, leaving her questioning her role in the relationship. Mariah began to wonder if she was truly capable of being the partner Tessa needed, especially after everything that had happened. She also couldn't shake the feeling that her relationship with Tessa was changing, and not in a good way. Tessa, on the other hand, struggled to process the trauma of being kidnapped. Her captors had put her through unimaginable horrors, and while she was physically free, the psychological scars remained. Tessa found herself pushing Mariah away, unsure of how to handle the emotional mess that had ensued. Instead of relying on each other, the two women started to withdraw into their own worlds, and the emotional gap between them widened. One of the most damaging aspects of the kidnapping has been the erosion of trust between Mariah and Tessa. In soap operas, trust is the foundation of any successful relationship, and once it's broken, the fallout can be devastating. For Mariah, the fear that Tessa could have been harmed or lost forever stirred up deep-rooted insecurities that she had kept buried. She started questioning whether she could truly rely on Tessa, especially when it seemed like her partner wasn't as emotionally available as she had hoped. Tessa, meanwhile, felt betrayed by Mariah's inability to understand the depth of her trauma. She wanted space to heal, but Mariah's intense need for reassurance felt suffocating. Tessa began to wonder if Mariah was more concerned with her own emotions than with understanding what she was going through. This misalignment of emotional needs only fueled the growing tension between them, creating a rift that seemed insurmountable. In the weeks that followed the kidnapping, both women started seeking comfort outside their relationship. Mariah found herself turning to her friends and family for support, while Tessa grew closer to others who had experienced similar trauma. Though neither woman actively sought to end the relationship, it became clear that the emotional distance between them was growing. And as time went on, the once strong bond they shared began to crumble under the weight of their unresolved issues. Forgiveness is often the key to healing in relationships, but in Mariah and Tessa's case, it remains uncertain whether they will be able to forgive each other for the hurt and misunderstandings that have piled up in the wake of the kidnapping. Mariah's guilt over feeling helpless during Tessa's captivity and Tessa's internal struggles with the aftermath of her abduction have created an emotional stalemate. Neither is fully able to offer the kind of support the other needs, and that lack of empathy and understanding could spell the end of their relationship. The notion of forgiveness becomes even more complicated when you consider the fact that neither character has fully dealt with the trauma they've experienced. Mariah, still dealing with the fear of losing Tessa, might not be able to forgive herself for what happened. Tessa, on the other hand, may struggle to forgive Mariah for not fully recognizing the depth of her emotional pain. Without this healing, the damage caused by the kidnapping might be irreversible. Given the emotional and psychological toll the kidnapping has taken on their relationship, it seems like Mariah and Tessa are heading toward a breakup. The communication barriers, trust issues, and unresolved trauma are all factors that will likely keep them from finding a way back to each other. While soap operas often feature dramatic reconciliations, the current state of their relationship suggests that reconciliation may not be on the immediate horizon. Fans are left to wonder whether Mariah and Tessa will find their way back to each other, or if this will be the heartbreaking end of one of the most beloved couples in Genoa City. As the drama unfolds, viewers can only hope that the two women will find a way to heal, whether together or apart. Ultimately, The Young and the Restless has crafted a powerful storyline that explores the fragility of relationships in the face of extreme circumstances. Mariah and Tessa's journey serves as a reminder that love can be tested by the most unexpected of challenges. Whether or not their bond can withstand the trauma of the kidnapping remains to be seen. But for now, their future together seems uncertain at best.